wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Well, hello, shitheads! I'm so glad you're here. And let me just say, Hannibal and Monty will be with you in just a bit. So, it's really, 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 really important that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, look out for plunger points. And if you really, really, really like them, cast a couple dollars their way, because this shit ain't cheap. I'm just saying. Enjoy, and thank you for being here.
What you got for him? You ready?
Can we dim the lights just can we dim the house lights a little bit? Can I get it just down, just so where the lightning at?
Yo, boy, can we dim the lights just a little? Can we set the mood, set the tone? Just dim the lights a little? Yeah, well, we saying moves now. No, it's all love. Come on.
Previously on Lost.
I'm training. Training for what?
You're gonna take his word for it.
His word is all we have, Jack.
Watch the film.
What?
The bookcase. Top shelf, behind ton of the screw. Projectors in the pantry.
Bridge to Captain Picard.
Go ahead.
We've just received word from the fleet. They've engaged the Borg.
Data put Starfleet frequency 1486 on audio.
Aye, sir.
Stan is not a great Eminem song. No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem song. What did you say?
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together?
You did say Stan was not a five-star Eminem song.
Shit and political shit on the internet. Monty. Hannibal the beat animal.
Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
We're gonna need to watch that again.
You're gonna watch that again?
Yeah, man. We definitely should watch that again.
You think we should watch it
great
again?
intro. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Like, especially the part where you're saying that Stan isn't one of Eminem's greatest songs ever made. I think is the interesting part of our intro.
I have never said that Stan is one of the greatest Eminem songs ever made.
Hey, look, we can't talk about it now, Monty. We're live, I think. All
right, we are. All right, there we go. We're live. All right, there it is. There it is. All right.
Okay, are we sized right?
I think so. Like,
I need to come up with something.
Like,
wait.
Let's see.
See, right there.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Good.
Yeah. Like, we're even.
Okay. All right. That looks about. And we are live. Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck.
That's what I like to hear. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I am Monty.
And this is episode 105. Maybe an episode about...
You betray the law.
Or... There you go.
Wait. What? One more time, Monty. One more time.
Here it comes.
You betray the law.
Or...
Look, when we rewatched this, because I'd seen Judge Dredd plenty of times when I was young, but this was your first time seeing it, right, Monty?
Yes, very first time.
So of the 5 movies we watched, how many of them had you seen previously? Because I'd seen 3 of them.
Let's see, Judge Dredd, no, one of them. I'd only seen one of them previously.
You saw one of the Kingsmans?
Yeah, Kingsman Secret Service.
Okay. Yeah, like, look, rewatching it again and seeing that particular scene where Dredd is talking to Rico, and Rico just said, "Oh!" It's like it wasn't even words. It was just he was like, when he was watching the movie, when they were filming the movie, he was like, "I'm just gonna match Sylvester Stallone's grunting intensity." And that's what it was. That was all it was. It was incredible.
You betrayed the law! What the fuck does that mean?
You know what we should do? We should take videos of all of your pets, right? And anytime they open their mouth, we ought to just overdub that scene. Yep. Anytime Bosco opens his mouth, it's just
Yep. I'm doing it. Hypothesis says Dredd is greater than Judge Dredd. We will get into that on the show.
Yes, we will, and we and look, it's just me and Monty tonight. Monty and I are going to be adding to the ultimate comic book movie list tonight. We are adding 5 non-Marvel DC properties to the list because Bloodshot came out. And Bloodshot, if you guys don't know, is a Valiant comic. It's probably the most successful Valiant comic property, Monty? Would you say that? Or is that a fair? Or yeah. It's one of their most popular properties?
Yeah, it should be one. I think it's one of their most popular. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but and I'm only basing it on the small area of New Orleans I worked in with comics. When Valiant came back, Archer and Armstrong was everybody's shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that translates everywhere else. So I've looked at no numbers. So
yeah, we'll be talking tonight. We'll be talking about as we are adding to the ultimate comic book movie list. We'll be talking about Bloodshot, Vin Diesel's Bloodshot that came out in theater. It was the last superhero movie to come out in theaters before that Rona bitch decided to shut everything down.
Yep. I don't think it actually came out in theaters. I think it went straight to video. It did? It came out in theater?
It came out because it came out in mid-March, like right before everybody was officially freaked out from the coronavirus.
Okay.
So depending on when your state closed, you might have been able to go see that movie and get infected.
All right. See?
Infected with that movie, not with the coronavirus. Yeah. You know, like this movie has its own set of issues that you got to deal with. So yeah, and we'll be talking about the 2 Kingsman movies, and we'll be talking about the 2 Judge Dredd movies. So if you guys saw them, we'd love to talk with y'all about it. And look, before the show started, we had a Streamlabs and a Nickel Chat came in, and I will go ahead and read that Streamlabs that came in.
Yeah, all right.
And Monty, I'll let you read, and I'll let you read the Nickel Chat.
All right, we'll get to it. Read the Streamlabs first.
The Streamlabs came in was from Hypothesis. That said, he donated $5.12, and he says, "Remember, the 12th of May."
That's a good Streamlabs. You know, take extra plunger points for that.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Nickel Chat came from Alan Reyes.
Yes.
I'm trying to pull it up. I thought I had it.
Oh, this is a good one.
Wait, where is it? Oh, I hear the music queued up for it and everything. Look at that.
Hold on. Wait, hold up, Zoe. Wait. Pause it for 1 second, Zoe. I want Monty to have it in front of him so we can do it. I don't know, Kate, how easy is it for us to just go full screen with just Monty right? No, that's all right. We got this. It's us. We got this. I want to give you space to look. I got that. I'll read penultimas while Monty's trying to get there. He says, "I will give you all more if Hannibal promises to get a Judge helmet and as his next mask." Look, listen. I am all about getting helmets as masks, okay? Because I think I have like 3 or 4 helmets right now. It's like one's like a motorcycle helmet, and I got 1 or 2 other helmets. But yeah, like I would absolutely, if I could find a Judge Dredd a Judge Dredd helmet, I would wear the fuck out of that Judge Dredd helmet. We got to find one that can fit over my head. So that's the first thing. Like the black person's cranium is a unique structure. All right.
See, there you go.
You know, but yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Also, we're very close to hitting our streams goal this month.
Yeah, we're super close to it. And once we do, if we hit it before the next episode, we will do another awesome video. I'm still working on the Superman video, but you'll just stack the work up for the next one.
I got you. Look, how about this, Monty? I'm going to copy and paste it.
Oh, I found it. I just found it. And I also found a Judge Dredd helmet. Holy fuck, those fuckers are cheap. Okay.
Well, it depends on if you get a quality one or a terrible.
That's a quality one. But all right.
I'm looking at this Streamlabs that Alan Reyes sent us. Drop one of Clues bombs for Alan Reyes right now.
Yeah.
And to our lovely producer Zoe, could you load up some sexy, sultry, seductive music for Monty so we can hear the smooth baritone voice that is the Stickman right now.
All right.
So he can read the Streamlabs. Okay.
All right. You can turn it up a little bit, Zoe. Just tiniest bit. There we go. We can hear that. Let's see.
There you go, Monty. Get in that zone.
All right. It says, Shaniqua Lust ordered Oxhorn to moo like the fat cow he is, as she defiled his brown hole with her magenta rib strap on, doggy style.
For only $4.99 for the first minute and $3 for every additional minute, Monty the Stickman will read seductive and sultry Streamlabs to you.
Yeah, see, there you go.
And he will read it to you all night long. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember when like those party lines, those phone sex lines used to advertise on TV.
Yes, I remember that shit.
There you go. Your buddy says, I need a shower and a nap now. Mike says he only needs 1 minute. He only needs 1 minute. There you go.
Alan Reyes, I don't know what's wrong with you, dude, but all right. We appreciate the money.
That was beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Sir Marvin Bannister, I'll give him my left testicle for that musical episode. Don't.
Yeah, you see?
Don't.
There it is. Sir. Give Sir Marvin Bannister a plunger points.
Why
there
would
you go. There you go. And you know what? Speaking of plunger points, anybody new watching, Hannibal, tell them what plunger points are.
Oh shit!
See, I jumped ahead. I jumped ahead.
Yeah, you did. But
I'm gonna double back after. Like, see, I'm just
no. I got
you.
I got you. So plunger points are a fictional currency that Monty and myself created for the shit show. We give out points to you guys, for various things that you do, and at the end of the month, you can use those plunger points to get like the person with the most plunger points at the end of the month can get a free item from our merch store, or an item that Monty is normally working on and crafting for you guys specifically. And the way you can get plunger points is you get plunger points for subscribing to our YouTube channel. You get plunger points for watching the show live, being active in the show chat, saying clever and insightful shit. If you donate, send us a nickel chat, super chat, Streamlabs, join us on Patreon. All that gets you plunger points. If you share the show on your social media page on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you get plunger points. If you read the comic of the week with us, like Vapion has been, you get plunger points. If you comment on an episode of the shit show after the shit show is posted live on YouTube, you get plunger points. We literally give out plunger points. We devalue the hell out of our own currency, kind of like China. Allegedly.
See? There we go.
Yeah, and I will give you guys a list one day of all the things you can do to win plunger points. And we have segments throughout the show where you guys can win plunger points as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, stay tuned. Follow all this shit. And our top 5 shitheads this month, from number 5 to number 1. Number 5 is Mike with 122. Number 4 is... Yeah. Number 4 is The Valid 666 with 140.
I think it's Devil Lad.
Devil Lad. All right.
Like
Devil Lad. Yeah,
Devil Lad.
It's Devil Lad. Yep, that's what it is. See? Number 3 is Antonovich with 150. You keep hitting these lists, man. I'm sorry. Number 2.
You apologizing him for being one of our top shitheads.
Number 2 is Lord Jamarcus with 160. And number 1, Faberino with 170. Look at Faberino go.
Yes. Look, to get when you got Mike and don't have penultimate in the top 5, that's an incredible list to get to right here.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, with that, I think I'm gonna move ahead in the interest of time. Let's just talk about what's up next.
Okay.
Make it clap, 'cause we on next.
All right. So coming up Wednesday, the 29th, we are finally doing our torture episode.
Yes. Yeah. On next Wednesday, Monty and I should be joined by Scientist Mel and who's the other guest, Monty?
I don't know what he wants to be called on here. It's a guest that's never been on the show before. I'm gonna double check.
Okay.
I'll make sure.
A guest that's never been on the show who doesn't have a name yet will be on our torture episode as we go through. We'll be talking about Tiger King on that episode, but more importantly, Monty and I, with our unnamed guest and Scientist Mel, maybe, we'll be talking about Joe Exotic.
I stole $3,000.
Joe.
Goal reached.
Oh shit! Who got us to the goal?
Faberino.
Oh shit, Faberino! Goddamn, dude!
look here, Faberino. Look here. If I was capable of human emotions, I would be crying right now.
Yeah, you're the fucking man, Faberino.
Man, good.
All right.
Faberino.
All
Shit.
right.
Okay, I gotta put my big boy pants on now.
Yes. So
I wasn't wearing pants before.
And look, I want to explain this real quick. I think we were in agreement on what we were doing. If not, I'm about to put Hannibal on the spot and piss him off. Hannibal will remix something from one of the things we reviewed on Have You Heard This Shit, and I will make a video and do art based on it.
Okay, good. I thought you were gonna say I had to remix something from Joe Exotic.
I mean, it is gonna be a Have You Heard This Shit from this month, so it's up to you.
I stole $3,000.
All right.
But then that means I have to draw Joe Exotic.
That'd be fun. Okay, we could see how many tassels Monty can draw on a jacket. What's the maximum number of tassels? You know what I'm saying? That you could draw.
So yeah, we'll discuss it.
My favorite part of Tiger King is when Joe Exotic is running for the president of the United States, and he says, "I am gay." I am gay. I have a mullet. I am broke as shit, and I'm running for president.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right.
There you go. So that's coming up on the 29th, and then on May 6th, we got the Mongoose coming back, and with the Mongoose, the debut of an old little show segment, Tough Titty, and we'll explain it later.
Yes, we'll be bringing back the Mongoose will be rejoining us on Hannibal and Monty's shit show.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, not Monty and the Mongoose's little show.
And yeah, right. It's not Monty Mongoose's little show. It's Hannibal and Monty's shit show.
Yeah. And then, along with the Mongoose, to kick off a month of New Orleans art and National Shithead Day sandwiched into that, we got Joseph Walden, one of the local photographers out here. He does fucking great photography work. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then after that, May 12th is National Shithead Day, and we just decided on the pre-show. I've got a couple already that came in. We want you shitheads on Discord or Twitter to send us a screenshot of your Netflix queue. We're going to play a little game with them. Guess which shithead's Netflix queue this is.
Yes.
So.
Yes. So yeah, take a picture of your Netflix queue as
or
is,
whatever
right?
streaming service you use.
Yeah. Whatever your preferred streaming service is, take a screen, and like you can take a screenshot of the main screen or the stuff that you have saved in your watch list.
Yeah.
And then send us that, and we'll see if we can guess whose is. We can see how accurate we can get that.
Yeah. I might actually. We'll just roll that in. That'll be important shit for that episode.
And then look. And
I'm gonna throw a fake one in. I'm gonna throw a fake one in.
Okay. But look, don't start trying to watch weird shit or like super provocative shit. Don't start watching like French documentaries about clowns that smoke cigarettes or some dumb shit like that just so you could throw everybody off. All right, you know, just like try to stay
be real.
We just want to see. We want to see what everybody's into.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Yeah, and on that episode, we will have the American Nightmare and Mike, and you two.
Yes,
you have no choice. You guys have to give us your Netflix cues.
Yes.
That's the price of being on the show. Like, y'all got no choice.
Yes. And look, we want the Netflix, not the red tube. All right?
Yeah.
We do not need that watch list. Unless you found some really cool shit, in which case we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Just private message us that. That's all.
Yes.
And on the 15th, we will have Monica Rose Kelly joining us. A phenomenal visual artist from New Orleans. Like, she does some fucking great work. Like, I'm jealous of her work every time I see her do something. Like, she is fucking amazing. And on the 20th, Edward Wycliffe is joining us. He does these awesome bow ties, and he's now making masks. And he'll explain all that once he's on. Cool dude as well. And then on the 27th, we'll be joined by Philip from Inexplicable Confetti while we do our torture episode about bad comic book films. So
yes, and Monty and I finally figured it out. Hold on, let me pull it up. I will on that particular episode, Monty and I will be talking about this. I'm waiting for it to start because I'm waiting for the Alvarez. Wait for it. Wait a second. It's coming. It's coming. Well, maybe it's not. All right, okay. Well, there we go. I'll wait a second.
It'll come through.
So for next month, Monty and I are combining our torture episode with the Ultimate Comic Book.
We'll get to that in a second.
There you go. And look, Monty, we got to put this slow jams music back on so you can read it again. All right. So look.
So load it up, Zoe.
When we do next month, we are combining the torture episode with the Ultimate Comic Book Movie List episode. So Monty and I will be watching. Let's see if I remember this. We'll be watching the 1994 VHS only released copy of the Fantastic Four, the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. We'll be watching the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie. We'll be watching oh shit, I don't remember the rest of the movies, Monty. What are we watching? Damn. Hold on, I got it. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what it is.
There we go. Sorry about that.
No, you good, because we watching some crap.
Oh yeah, we're watching some, and I'll say this about the crap we're watching. Philip is not a fan of comic movies, so his opinion will just be him watching crappy movies. So this ought to be really fun.
So we will be watching on that episode. We'll be watching Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. Okay, we'll be watching the straight to video only, never officially released Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. Yep. We'll be watching Jonah Hex. Okay, we'll be watching what's his name? Fucking Baywatch. What's his name? David Hasselhoff.
The Hasselhoff.
Nick Fury.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Yeah, we'll be watching David Hasselhoff's Nick Fury, and we will be watching 3 Dev Adam, which is Turkish for 3 giant men, or the Turkish Spider-Man. Yes, it is on YouTube. You can watch it for free. It is awful.
Yeah.
And those are the 5 movies we're going to be watching next month.
All right. Well, with that being said, we also had some Streamlabs. You want to catch those Streamlabs before we go to the next little bit of the show?
Yes, I do. Yes. I'll do the Streamlabs and you do the Nickel Chat. So, penultimate. So wait, it didn't refresh. Hold on, wait a minute. There we go. Why didn't it refresh?
I don't know. Wait.
I saw we got one from Faberino, but I don't see the message that came with it.
Yeah, and somebody else sent a Nickel Chat or a Streamlabs that we didn't get.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who's your buddy? Who's your buddy sent something?
Yeah, and it didn't come in. Hold on, let me see something.
All right.
Trying to figure it out. Okay, well, it'll take me a second to get mine. But look, while I do this, Monty, while I try to get the Streamlabs working right, maybe you could use this as an opportunity to get that sultry, mahogany-laced throat of yours to read Alan Reyes' new Nickel Chat.
All right, here we come. Bring it on, Zoe. Bring it on. Let's go. There we go. Wait. It's playing. I hear it.
Yeah. Turn it up a little bit, Zoe. Give him a little bit of volume, okay? We want people to be able to hear that.
There we go. That's enough. All right. Let me see. Let me find it. There we go. All right. Damn, that's good, Hannibal. All right. Let's see. Oxhorn moaned Shaniqua Lust's name after she finished him off with Johnson's baby oil. Then she punched him in the face and said, "Shut your ass up." There you go. Bring it back.
R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet 15-part series ain't got nothing on Monty reading Streamlabs. So look, keep those sexy Streamlabs coming so we can keep Monty reading those all night.
Or don't.
All right?
Or don't.
Yeah. No, look, listen. We got to give the people what they want, Monty. All right? He said, I already got too many white women that love me. Why would you do this to me, Hannibal? Like, first off, I'm not doing this to you. The fans are doing this because they have preferences. So that's what it is.
Yes. Did you find those other Nickel Chat or Streamlabs?
Yeah, it's loading now. I'm just waiting on it to refresh.
All right.
Waiting on it. It's taking its sweet ass time.
Here's what we'll do. We'll roll into Have You Heard This Shit while it loads, and we'll read it right at the beginning of Have You Heard This Shit.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, so let's go. Let's hit it.
Hey, wake up! Wake your punk ass up.
Thought it was gonna happen that time.
We never get into what he smells. Matter of fact, I actually watched a Breakfast Club interview with Full Force, the guys who do the I smell whatever. We never get into what they smell.
Yeah, see,
so,
you see.
Yeah, so we never get into it. One of these days we'll find out. Here we go. I got those Streamlabs open. Faberino sent us a giant dono of $100 that said goal reached and achieved. And look, Faberino, look, I'll do you one better. Whatever the song is that I have to remix that Monty's gonna do the art for, we're gonna do a video for. I'll let you pick whatever. Have you heard this shit we did for the month, right? And I'll make sure we have them all listed out for you. You let us know what I'm doing, what album I got to pull it from, and we're gonna get to it.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah,
And that's what it is. Like,
all right,
when you donate that kind of money, you gotta make decisions. All right, so that's what it comes with. And Who's Your Buddy said you two should recreate that scene, Hannibal S. Stallone saying you betrayed the potato salad, and Marvin as Asante saying raisins.
It was good to come back around to that Nickel Chat or Streamlabs. That's perfect. I love it.
Yes.
I stole $3,000.
Yes.
Oh, and we got another one.
I got you. I got you. Hypothesis. Oh, that's for you, Monty.
What?
Hey.
Wait, what?
Yes. That was for you, man. You gotta get that golden throat ready, bro.
But I don't have Streamlabs loaded up. Hang on, let's see.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna copy and paste it and send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. You got it?
There's a.
Oh,
there it is. Hypothesis. All right, I can see them all right here. I didn't know they were there.
There you go.
Shit. Okay. All right.
All right. To our lovely producer Zoe, could you cue Monty's music again, so we can go ahead and make it sexy, Monty. Make it sexy. You got to work for the money, baby. Work for the money.
Here we go. You know what? We're gonna have to set a higher dollar amount for these. Hang on, let me catch the beat. She felt down her new client's pants and gently squeezed his rough hair.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Wait, so our lovely producer Zoe, I want you to turn the music down just a hair. Because I want to make sure that either we're going to turn the music down or we're going to turn Monty up. Okay?
Turn the music down.
I want to make sure they hear every drop of that sexy voice.
All right. She felt down her new client's pants and gently squeezed his rough-haired member. "What is your name, honey?" she asked. "Stan," he responded. "Stan the Hedgehog."
Boy. In the words of the great philosopher and poet Nelly, getting hot in here. Woo. Jeez.
Yes,
Look,
yes.
every time one of y'all sends one of these sexy nickel chats or Streamlabs, Monty is going to read it with that sultry voice of his.
See what Hannibal's doing? Hannibal's trying to get payback for that fucking musical episode. If you had just let me and Grampy Lobster sing, we'd be fine. Let's get on with Have You Heard This Shit?
Like, do you want to talk about the Judge Dredd soundtrack, or do I want to hear Monty read some more sexual haiku? All right,
Judge
which one
Dredd
of those?
soundtrack. Judge Dredd, bring it on. Tell us about the Judge Dredd soundtrack.
Look, I'm just saying, Monty, you have hidden gifts. All right, you know what I'm saying? As all my pimp friends would say, bitch, you could be making some motherfucking money with that throw. So, you know what I'm saying? You sitting out here working 9 to 5 like a, you know what I'm saying, like a dumb hoe, man. You gotta be out here. You use what you got, bro. Okay, use what the flying spaghetti monster gave you. Okay.
The flying spaghetti monster did not intend my voice to do shit like that.
Yes.
I have more respect for the almighty Pastafarian.
So
I've been
today's Have You Heard?
touched by his noodly appendage. So, all right, continue.
Yeah, and look, y'all can get him to read it for like $1 too. That's what's crazy.
No, I'm stop. I am gonna. You know what? While you say this, I'm adjusting the levels. There will be a sound that plays when I will read that shit. Go, Hannibal. Tell him.
All right, so for this episode, for this edition of Have You Heard This Shit, Monty and I, since we're adding to the Ultimate Comic Book Movie list, we decided to talk about the soundtrack to the 1995 Judge Dredd movie, and the score was done by one of my favorite composers of all time, Alan Silvestri. Alan Silvestri is an American composer and conductor known for his film and television works. He has frequently collaborated with Robert Zemeckis, scoring such films as Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Castaway, and Forrest Gump. And while we're sitting up here talking about movies that he did, a couple other joints that he did that we should talk about is he did the Predator soundtrack, really? and he did Avengers.
Really? I did not know that. All right.
Alan Silvestri. This guy is goddamn fucking... He also did work on like Van Helsing and like Lilo and Stitch and the Mexican and the A-Team. He's done like a lot of stuff. Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, Ready Player One. He's done a lot of shit, right? But yeah, Captain America First Avenger, he did that. But look, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Forrest Gump, Avengers, and Predator. All right, this dude's a goddamn legend. Yeah. And if you guys paying attention, like if you didn't know it, like Penultima pointed it out last week, but the intro to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, I sampled the intro to Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys...
And I want to say this, Fabarino, if you pick this, Hannibal's already done it. It's our intro. So pick a different Have You Heard This shit? Like, challenge us.
There are other parts of the Judge Dredd soundtrack to use. All right.
Okay.
We were watching this movie, I was like, man, there's some gold in here that I passed over.
Yeah.
So,
if you do pick this, I'm just gonna do another Hannibal and Monty piece. I'm just saying that right now. That's the art you're getting.
Okay. So, look, it'll be Hannibal and Monty dressed as Judge Dredd, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right. As judges? Fuck yeah.
As judges? Yeah.
All right,
that would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be awesome as shit. If that's what Fabarino wants, because keep in mind we also have to do Joe Exotic's album, so you might want to see us riding a tiger.
Yeah, and look, Fabarino, send me a direct message on Discord so that I won't miss it in the chat here, because I miss a lot of stuff in the chat. So, and then we'll know what's up. So, all right. But Alan Silvestri did the score to Judge Dredd, and on the soundtrack, there's only a handful of songs on this soundtrack, but there's some good ass songs though. It's only like 5 songs, but they're 5 good ass songs. So that being said, Monty, what did you think of the artwork for the Judge Dredd soundtrack? The artwork is effective, but not good, in my opinion.
Ooh, Monty with hateration right out the gate. Okay.
Yeah, it's like seriously.
You a little thirsty. Had a big gulp of haterade. Go ahead. Tell us more.
It's effective. It just it does everything it needs to do. The designer that they paid to do this did his or her job. They did it. Done. Job accomplished. Judge Dredd. Here's who's on the motherfucker. Done.
Yeah.
Is it pleasing to look at? Is it fun to look at? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
No, it's very congested. There's a lot of information on that cover.
But it's easy enough to read. Like if you stop and look at it, you go, "Oh, White Zombie's on this? What is that weird band with the song that's way too fucking long, Left Field or Lefter? I don't see it. Whatever the fuck.
Yep. The leftists.
Yeah, the leftists. Like if you like any of those people, you will if you like any of the bands listed, you will immediately see their names when you look at it. Well done. As far as layout goes, this is to me, this is the rough layout. This is, okay, now everything's readable. Now let me make it look pretty. They just grabbed that shit off that dude's computer and said, done. Press it. And the designer's like, whoa, but I'm not. Oh, it looks good. You can read everything. Judge Dredd, I see him. Even though he never wears a fucking mask in the movie, you know, we get it. Done. So that's what it was. So yeah, not a fan. What'd you think of the production?
I stole $3,000.
All right, so
alone I gaze at her cock in hand. My stomach an empty canvas, but not for long, for my strokes will soon release a work of art.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Okay. All right. After we go through, have you heard this shit? We will do that. And look, go ahead and send in some more so Monty can keep the story going. All right. Matter of fact, I think at the end of the episode, Monty, we should have you. We should take all of them and have you just. Matter of fact, this is what we should do, just as a bonus for our patrons right now, because we've gone way over our stream goal. If we get to $600 tonight, which I feel like we will, I think what we should do is have Monty record himself saying all of them together in story form, and then I will live create music for you guys for that.
Wait, what are we at right now?
I stole $3,000.
582.
No, wait, no, stop donating. This is not settled yet. Stop.
Monty's favorite white girl. There we go.
Who the fuck is that?
Yes. Listen. It doesn't matter, all right? It doesn't matter. Tish maybe. Who knows? All right?
No, wait. No, you can't set the goal that low. Like, it's a stretch goal. It's got to be, we got to hit at least double whatever our original goal was to do some shit like that.
We're about to hit double what our original goal was, because our original goal was 350. So, what, 700 is what you wanted to be? There we go, kilo. There we go. Monty, there we go. Look, first off, okay, God blessed you with a beautiful voice.
Look, y'all gotta help us get new show computers if you want that. Because if I gotta sit and edit with this piece of shit, edit this shit with this piece of shit that I use to do the glorious shit you always see on this show, we gotta set that goal higher. I will do it. I got you. But we got a couple of them for you to read now. So as soon as we finish this segment, we're gonna put that music back on. I'm so inspired right now, Monty. I can't even lie. I need to know how this story goes. Okay. Somebody pass me a cigarette. Yes. Newport shorts, by the way. So anyway, the production on this project is the production on this project, I'm trying to focus, I'm sorry, is all right. So this album has two sections. It's like you got the score work by Alan Silvestri, and he also did Starship Troopers, by the way. All right. He also did the music for Starship Troopers, which if you listen to this and you listen to Starship Troopers, I feel like you can kind of hear it. So yeah, the score work has a certain feel to it, and then there's only like 5 songs on here. It's like there's a song from the Cocteau Twins, there's a White Zombie song, there's a Left Field song that's really long. There's a song by a band called The, you know what I'm saying? And there's this awesome song from The Cure. And the best thing about the Judge Dredd movie is that Cure song at the end of the fucking movie. That Cure song that comes on is fucking, I love that song. I love it. I disagree. Love it. I disagree. Monty is being a hater right now. No, you want to know a fun Monty fact?
Send some more money in so Monty, and send some more sexual Streamlabs for Monty to read, guys, while he out there hating, okay? Maybe he's got too much pent-up energy in him. We had to get that sweet release out of Monty. Get feeling better, right?
No, this is funny. One of the things that I wanted to talk about on this is how I, on one hand, understand why a bunch of people love The Cure. I can't stand the fucking Cure.
Okay.
Note, I did not say The Cure sucks. I cannot stand The Cure. The shit comes on, I'm like, turn this the fuck off, please. So this song, I'm like, nope. Like standouts to me was Supercharger Heaven. Like,
okay, I can see that.
Devil Man, that's my shit. That White Zombie album was one of my favorite albums.
Okay.
So, yeah. Wow, we're eating this time away. All right. But yeah. So, yeah, the Cure, not for me, and the Left Field. I did not like that song either. I didn't understand what the fuck was happening.
You know what? I liked it when it first comes on, like, and then when the beat drops, I'm like, what just happened? It's like, it starts off as this kind of weird French new wave kind of sound. I'm like, okay, I could dig it. And then it just turns into like this weird kind of like it sounds like somebody tried to make reggae music that never listened to reggae music before, right? And it's black people, which makes it even weirder. Like, I have so many questions about how this happened.
Yeah.
You know. But that notwithstanding, so we agree about that. How'd you feel about the Cocteau Twins song, the Need Fire?
That was all right. It was very backgroundy for me.
Yeah.
Like, because I was doing this while playing Breath of the Wild, and I kept going, wait, I'm listening to something. That was the issue I had with it. Everything, including the Cure song, everything else, I knew what I was listening to while playing. That one slipped into the background. Even the score music, I knew what I was listening to.
Yeah. I'll say this about this collection of songs. This is a very strange 5 songs to go on one project with no context.
Yeah.
Because these songs do not appear in the movie. I don't believe they do. So It's just like, they just put them on the soundtrack, and it was like, but why? Why are they here? Who knows? There's so many questions that I have about this that I'm not even going to get into. So your standouts are what, Monty? You said
Supercharger Heaven, and I actually like Darkness Falls. Darkness Falls was fun.
Which one is Darkness Falls?
It's from
the song. Yeah. I liked I love the Cure song, love Darkness. I enjoyed Darkness Falls. I didn't mind. I like Supercharged Heaven. I like the Cocteau Twins. I did not like Left Field.
Yeah.
And
so we agree.
The main, and of course the main Judge Dredd theme. You know?
Yeah. Of course.
I think, whether it's the main theme or the Judgment Day theme, both of those, like, all the themes kind of fit together. So if you like one, you'll probably like them all. The only theme I didn't really like was the Angel Family towards the end, and even then, I didn't dislike it. I just liked it less than the rest. So, yeah. So I saw a dude on YouTube that said to the one that's called Council Chaos, he says he listens to that song every day and he tries to do push-ups throughout the entire length of the song. And I was like, but why? But why would you do this?
Yeah.
Why would anybody do this?
Yeah.
Like, that's a specific thing to do to a specific, like, this isn't like a popular soundtrack for him to do that shit too.
Yeah. Oh no, and Faberino, these aren't original songs. These are all from like, I know the Darkness Falls and Supercharger Heaven are from these bands' album, and Release the Pressure from Left Field. That's from an album they've already put out.
Yeah. So the Dredd song the Cure did for this movie, but they never performed this song. Like, they never, ever, ever performed it. And then, like, one day, I think I saw an interview where they were like, one day they were doing a show somewhere and people were chanting for them to do that song. And it was like, oh God, all right, let's fucking do it. So then they did it. But as I understand it, that was from John Weiss, so you know that's a good one.
Look, if I read whatever he sent, it's going to get us banned, so maybe I shouldn't.
Will it, though? Let me see.
And look, I'm going to say this. John Weiss is another New Orleans artist that we should get him on one of those shows, if you're up for it, John Weiss. Let me know who you like that you want to be teamed up with. So, let's see. All right, I see it.
These are some good. Look, listen. You guys are writing some high quality erotica right now.
Stop! I need D-Roy Cruz on the board saying stop. STAWP.
Erotica or stickotica?
Yeah. So there we go.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about Judge Dredd. Monty, you want to go first?
Do we need to get the fucking money out of the way first? Like, I can't believe you're making me do this shit.
Well, so first off, if the shitheads wanted me to do it, I would do it. But they don't want me to do it. They want you to do it. All right? So let's get the people what they want, man.
Yeah. Judge Dredd, I'm going to read these, then we're going to talk about Judge Dredd. Just know, y'all are cutting into Judge Dredd time right now. All right.
So I love it. Zoe, could you cue the music for Monty, please?
All right, where was it? There was Goal Reached. That was from Fabarino. Who's Your Buddy? We did that one. Hypothesis. Stan the Hedgehog. We did that. Mr. Tight.
Mr. Tight.
All right. And this is one of them. All right. Hang on. Let me get a little sip.
Yeah.
All right. Alone I gazed at her, cock in hand. My stomach an empty canvas, but not for long, for my strokes will soon release a work of art.
Oh.
That's so bad.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful, okay? Don't hate his art, Monty. Read the next one.
All right. Do I read all? This one is not. You should read that one. It says, this is from Monty's favorite white girl.
Okay.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I'll read that one in a second. You keep reading the rest of these. Let's break in the mood, man. You're breaking the mood.
What mood? Okay. Wait. Oh, Marzi boys, bionic babies. Would you reject such a legendary artifice? I don't. Wait. Hang on. Artifice from. All right. Oh, Marzi boys, bionic babies. Would you reject such a legendary artifice from entering your domain? Look upon my smooth, aramite. What? My oil joints, my well-rounded chassis, my thermic reactor pulsates with smooth, velvety beats. Skitari, I want to enter your temple. What the fuck does that mean?
Into her temple, Monty. Into her goddamn temple, Monty.
And John Vice, that was from Kilo. And John Vice says, here's a sexual haiku for Monty's sweet words to drip down my thigh. Stop, John Vice. No! On to the fucking movie. Stop it. All right, no, read the other one that didn't get read. The money. No.
Yes.
In the words of DeRoy Cruz, STAWP. Stop.
We got a dono from Monty's favorite white girl that says, I am a certified pastor for the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, and I'm convinced Monty has a phone sex line. By the way, guess who I am by the name?
I don't know.
Clearly, Tish. Clearly, Tish.
Or clearly I'm being trolled by someone, so I guess the American Nightmare. Because I'm being trolled.
Nope. So first off, for you to presume that it was trollish, like it follows Tish's normal speech patterns.
Does it?
So it sounds like something that Tish would say. It sounds like the way I've heard her speak about you, and that's what it sounds like to me. It's very loving. I'm a certified pastor for the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, and I'm convinced Monty has a phone sex line. By the way, guess who I am by
I
the
just
name.
looked in the chat. I win. I was right. It's the American Nightmare. Boom. Let's talk about Judge Dredd.
I don't see where he admitted that yet. So that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, Monty, so you had never seen Judge Dredd before. What did you think of 1995's Judge Dredd?
I did not like it. It took way too long for me to watch this motherfucker. It was only part that made me react was, "You betrayed the law!" That was hilarious. But it wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Also, if you guys have seen Judge Dredd, go ahead and drop your grades in the chat. Let's see what everybody thought about it.
Yes, and my grade, I think this movie's probably falls at a D for me.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, D, maybe D-. I'm still torn.
Okay, look, someone agrees with you as well. All right. For me, this movie is a C-. This movie is below average, but it's not like bad. It's forgettable. It's one of those movies you watch and then you rewatch it later on and be like, oh yeah, I remember this was bad. You know, this is one of those movies, I grew up with when I was young. I had seen it a bunch of times. It's not a good movie. This is like, oh, they made Demolition Man, then they tried to make it again, but it wasn't as good as Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Demolition Man is just, like, if you had to watch a movie like this, just go watch the better version of it, than this one. Look, my big issue with it, the acting is bad, the screenplay is bad. If you're a fan of the Judge Dredd comic, it's a terrible adaptation. Like Judge Dredd never takes his helmet off. Sylvester Stallone takes his helmet off like in the first couple minutes of the movie. So if you're one of the dozens of Judge Dredd fans the Judge Dredd comic fans, you probably hated this adaptation of the movie. That being said, for what this movie was in 1995, my biggest issue with the movie is, Judge Dredd's character is, I am the law, I'm the law, I'm the law. I don't care what you did. It's all about following the law. Make sure that the law is upheld, right? Until they send a bunch of cops to catch Sylvester Stallone, and then he has no problem killing the law. Okay? He just starts assassinating cops left and right. And at the end of the movie, they gave him that old fucking, end of Star Wars fucking, everybody standing outside applauding him and shit. It's like, yeah, you should be our new leader, despite the fact you killed a third of us. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't kill me.
So, yeah, so that's this movie. Diane Lane, Rob Schneider.
Kilo gave me a B- for my reading. I'll do better, Kilo. No, what the fuck am I talking about? Continue, Hannibal. I don't want to do that shit. No, B- is fine for that torture. All right, continue.
Yeah, that's it. And no, I'm look, and that's it. That's all I got to say. I'm giving this movie a C-. I thought it was slightly below average. I don't think this movie is as bad as Monty makes it out to be, but at the same time, it's not a good movie. It's definitely not a good movie.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst comic film I've ever seen, but it's.
But the way you graded it is like it's almost the worst.
I said it's a D.
Oh, I thought you said D-.
I said D, maybe D-. Maybe D-. I'm more leaning to the D. No. No. Stop. SCAWP. This movie is more of a D than a D-.
I got you. Also, shout out to Luna hanging out with us in the chat. What's going on, Luna? Former host of the Morningwood podcast, and some would argue she was the star of the Morningwood podcast. I'm not saying that, but I am nodding agreeingly in that.
Yes, there you go.
So,
see?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Beard Shy, yeah. He said the movie leans to the D. So there you go. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say about Judge Dredd. What we got next, Monty?
Let's go right into Fair or Foul.
Okay, Fair or Foul.
Here we go.
Yes. How big are your balls? Okay, Mr. Rashid. Are they ready for the truth?
Yes, they're ready for it.
Just love it.
And how do they hurt us? Because they love Phil.
We don't need to give any time to that mess, do we?
We're talking about deliverance. See, I'm talking, so many people out there are captives. And I'm talking about homosexual lifestyle. I was delivered from something like that. I was a prostitute for over 30 years. I sold my body on the street corners. See, I can talk about that sin. Hallelujah, because see, I was wrapped up, tied up, tangled up, and I loved it when I was doing it. Hallelujah, God came and purged me. Hallelujah, God made me get it the old-fashioned way. You just turn your soul unto me and I'll use you. But now I can shake for Jesus. Oh, under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Bless you.
Suck my cock, bitches.
God bless you.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have. Guilty or innocent. Innocent. Feed him to the shotguns.
Yes. Fair or motherfucking foul. So, if this is your first time watching Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, first off, welcome. We're happy to have you. First off, we got 50 people watching the show and only 40 likes. Let's go ahead and make the amount of people watching the show match the amount of people that like the show, right? Yeah. So go ahead and click the like button. We had a conversation with her earlier, and she said she is wound up tighter than an old clock right now, because of the coronavirus. So go ahead and consensually touch on that like button right now. So go ahead and do that. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to Hannibal Monty Shit Show, go ahead and subscribe. You can throw us a couple of dollars through Nickel Chat or Streamlabs, so we can go ahead and get the, so we can get those numbers up, because this show ain't cheap. And look, right now, if you guys send us some stuff in some Streamlabs and Nickel Chats in the way of erotica, Monty is reading that stuff tonight. So go ahead and send us some stuff so you can hear his sultry voice.
I'll tell you why it's happening. We built the show up. The show is working. The next thing that needs to be upgraded are the systems that Hannibal and I use to make the beats you hear and to edit the videos you see. So all the money you're sending now is going to getting 2 new computers. One for Hannibal, one for me, to make music and edit videos. And once I can use After Effects on the computer I'm using, it's game fucking over. This shit's gonna get crazy.
Oh yeah. Also, shout out to Monty. Like that picture of Judge Dredd you have in the background, it looks like somebody just farted. It looks like he can smell the shit emoji right by his nose, and he does not like it.
Yeah, and he's turned his head slightly, just a little bit.
Yeah,
he's just like
a little bit. He been doing that slow-mo drug. So the way Fair Foul works, every day I, Hannibal the Beat Animal, do a deep dive on the news. I'll read a bunch of different stories on a bunch of different websites, and when I read these stories, when I get to the end, sometimes I wonder to myself, was the end of the story fair or was the end of the story foul? Now, because we're adding to the Ultimate Comic Book Movie list tonight, we are going to be talking about fair fouls that could specifically relate to the movie that we're about to talk about. And right now we are talking about, what was this, 2012? This movie came out? 2012's Judge Dredd?
Yeah, 2012.
I'm sorry, it's just called Dredd.
Yeah,
it's not
Dredd.
called Judge Dredd, it's just called Dredd. Yeah. It is a reboot. Caius XY2 says I don't care. off the rip. All right, so look, I got 2 fair files, both of them about this particular movie. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right. The first fair file about this movie comes from. Okay, so I did a little bit of research about this movie, and I came across some interesting things. This movie is supposed to have been directed by. The director's name is, I believe, is Peter Travis or Pete Travis, but Pete Travis allegedly did not have the final cut of this film. In an interview with JoBlo.com, Carl Urban, who played Judge Dredd in this movie, said that the movie was actually directed by Alex Garland, the screenwriter. Alex Garland is the guy who did Sunshine, 28 Days Later, and Ex Machina, which was the first movie that he wrote and directed. Yeah. Alex, as a sidebar, Alex Garland is one of my favorite screenwriters in Hollywood. So when I see his name on something, I usually go run out and go see it. But yeah, in an interview with JoBlo magazine, JoBlo.com, Carl Urban revealed that Dredd was actually directed by screenwriter Alex Garland. And this explains maybe why Pete Travis did not promote the film in any way, right? On October 7th, 2011, the Los Angeles Times reported that the director, Pete Travis, was prohibited from participating in the editing process following creative differences between the producers and executives. Apparently, the footage that he sent over for the final cut of the movie, Lionsgate was like, nah, this is trash and we're not putting it out. So Alex Garland, the writer of the film, took over the editing process. His contribution was considered significant enough for him to potentially get a co-credit on directing the movie. So it was going to be listed as directed by Pete Travis, co-directed by Alex Garland, which was a super unusual thing to happen. But apparently it didn't pan out that way. And then on October 10th, Pete Travis, the director, and Alex Garland released a joint statement claiming that they had been on an unorthodox collaboration path and before the production began, and that Pete Travis was still involved with the film, but that Garland was not seeking a co-director credit.
Okay.
So the people that worked on the film, or at least Carl Urban said that Alex Garland is the guy who technically directed it, although he filmed no scenes. And somebody said, I read this, I found this comment online, it says, how can Carl Urban say that Alex Garland deserves this credit? Directing is mostly what you do in pre-production and during the shoot, not only what you decide in the editing room. It often happens that the director clashes with the producers and writer during the editing process, but to claim now that Pete Travis never directed it at all is a bit thick. It looks like an opportunistic cash grab by the Dredd people who want to get more rentals from Alex Garland fans. So the question here, and just to recap, the guy who was directing the movie got kicked off for doing the movie, and then the guy who wrote the movie had to finish the movie. The question is it fair or foul to give that writer a director's credit?
And how much of the movie did the director direct?
So apparently the director directed the entire film, but they didn't allow him to edit it. They let the writer, the guy who wrote it, they let him do all the edits for the movie. And look, John Weiss says Alex Garland did get a producer credit though.
All right. That's a tough one.
Everybody in the chat, let us know what you think. Is it fair or foul? Should the Alex Garland, should he have gotten a director's credit on this? Is that would it have been fair or foul if he had gotten a director's credit? John Weiss in the chat is already saying foul.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning foul. I think I'm agreeing with John Weiss.
You agreeing with John Weiss?
Yes. We agree sometimes. That's why we get along. We disagree and then we agree.
Yeah, John Weiss says foul. Editor's credit, producer's credit is fair. Director, not so much. Vapion also says foul. He should get an editor's credit. Hypothesis says fair because the final product turned out to be good. And apparently the version that Alex Garland turned it into was better than what Pete Travis was trying to make it.
All
right. Destruction Inc. says fair. Dredd gets an A+. Look at you. All right.
Really?
Fabrino agrees with John Weiss.
Who said Dredd gets an A+?
Destruction Inc.
All right. You don't watch a lot of movies, do you?
What did Beardshire say? That's cold-blooded. Hold on. Let's see. Beardshire said, Dredd 2012 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Hold on. Wait. Beardshire says, Dredd 2012 is one of my favorite movies of all time. And he followed up by saying, Alex, I lost it. There was a follow up to that, and I lost it. Beardshire. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You remind me.
Bob Neiman says, Monty, I'm done asking. Give me some chon chon.
What's some chon chon? What are you talking about?
You know what that chon chon is. Phil Oliver Holt says fair. Everyone who touched this turd should be forced to take credit for it. Let's see what else. Beard Shy says, "I say fair because it would have been shit. It would have been shit otherwise." Whispers from the Dark One says, "I cannot comment on something I don't know. I don't know anything about this movie." Look, and for me, it's hard for me, like, because I don't come from that world. I want to agree with John Weiss that they have specific labels for people that direct, people that edit, people that produce. So if they wanted to say Alex Garland edited the film, if he didn't shoot any footage, but I don't know enough about it to have an opinion. Like I don't know enough about it to render an opinion on it. So I would defer to everybody's wisdom on this one.
All right. Yeah. So there you go.
All right, that's one down. And the second fair foul for Dredd. Okay, this is an easy one. In a recent interview recollecting this movie, Carl Urban, who played Judge Dredd, said he refused to smile or take the helmet off at any point during the movie's filming or even in between takes. He spoke with an American accent and kept a scowl the whole time he stayed serious to keep in character. At one point, a cast member made a joke causing laughter on the set, and he gave them the Dredd stare, prompting the person to immediately apologize. Apparently, he did this on set the entire time to the point where it made the people working on the movie uncomfortable. He stayed in Dredd character so hard that everybody was uncomfortable to joke around and have fun in Carl Urban's presence. So the question is it fair or foul for Carl Urban to have stayed in character to the point where it made the film crew uncomfortable? Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah.
To
What do
stay
y'all
in
think?
to stay in character the whole time. Like, just imagine you on the set of Harry Potter, and the nigga that plays Voldemort is just always Voldemort.
Yeah, he's just always hissing at you and waving those hands and no-nosing it all day long.
Yeah, and like he's always got a wand pointed at you from a distance, talking about how he's looking for these specific children. Like, that's scary. That's some scary shit.
I just gotta. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Like, you came there to work. You did. Look, you got time to lean. You got time to clean. Why y'all joking around on set?
What does that mean?
You never worked for one of those bosses? Like, when you're hanging around and just, you're like chilling on something, talking to somebody, like, yeah, I saw that movie. It was good. Your boss goes, you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Hands you a rag. Wipe that counter down.
I got you.
So there you go.
All right. Well, let's take it to the chat.
Let's see what they say.
Let's see what everybody says. Let's see. Luna says, "Wow, method acting." American Nightmare says, "Fair. It's just good acting. I'm watching the NFL draft. Not that Monty knows what that is." Nerd.
Yeah, what is that? What is that? I've never heard of it.
The NFL draft?
Yeah. What is the NFL? What is that?
Yeah. That's when they get a bunch of horses to run around the track, and then they get a bunch of cars going in the opposite direction, and then they see who survives.
Oh shit! All right, I could be into that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not what it is. Don't. I don't even want you pretending to think that that's what the NFL draft. There's nothing being drafted in that. Okay. Clearly, that's when football teams go through and then they pick out the best players based on ethnicity, right? They was like, all right, who's the best person from the island of U.S. Samoa? Okay, cool. You're going to be our tight end. All right, who's the best black guy from Ohio State? All right, cool. You are running back. That's what the NFL draft is. The worst thing is, I'm really not joking. That's what's crazy.
No,
so let's see what else we got. Fabian says, "Fair, that's just funny." Beardshire says, "Urban was a Dredd comic fan. He wanted the movie to be 100% accurate, so fair." John Weiss says, "Fair. It's a lot better than Jared Leto's version of Method." Yeah, the stories you hear about Jared Leto while they were working on Suicide Squad is just weird. Some of the shit he did, it was just like, this isn't even method. This doesn't even sound like shit the Joker would do.
Didn't he buy somebody a bunch of meat? Like
yeah.
he had meat delivered to somebody?
Yeah, it's just that's not a thing the Joker does. But see, here's the thing: if he really acted like the Joker, he would just be in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
so,
true.
Let's see what else we got. Kilo calls fair. That's just good goddamn acting. I agree. Destruction Inc. says fair. It worked. Kaya's XY2 says hell yeah, fair as fuck. Method acting. Hell yeah. Someone says foul. Movie sucked anyways, so why make all the employees unhappy about it like I was when I was paid to see it? Damn.
Shit, who said that?
Someone said that.
All right. I didn't realize people were so divided. Like, you either love this movie or you hate it. That's what I'm seeing in the chat.
It's okay. It's become a bit of a cult classic. Nick L says fair. Sometimes you got to get into a role. Beardshire says Gary Oldman did this in Dracula. He was Dracula 100% of the time. Fabarino says fair. It's nothing new. Film crews should be used to method actors. John Weiss said, I'm still going to go up to Voldemort and say, I got your nose.
And he would.
Yes.
John Weiss would. He's not fucking around.
Yes, see, Luna, the lovely Luna says, it's fair. Other actors have done so before. I'd be an actor for it, and be a better actor for it. Hypothesis says fair. He probably didn't want to let someone deliberately mess up the film. Yeah, and Bob Neiman said, oh, wait a minute, I lost it. My chat froze. There we go. He says, fair, when you turn your back, bang, I'm going to get you. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page with this one. I think this is fair. And tell that crew they need to just stop being some whole hoes out here.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Just let Carl Urban be great. Now, that being said, I guess I'm going first.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about
let's talk about Dredd.
Yeah. So look, when I first saw this movie when it came out in 2012, I thought it was okay. Like, I thought this is an okay movie. Like, it, didn't blow me away. I thought it was better than okay, actually, when I saw it in 2012. I was like, yeah, this is better than okay. Nothing like super memorable about it. What I remembered about Dredd was it was the white people's version of the Raid Redemption.
Okay.
Sort of like how the Hunger Games is the white people's version of Battle Royale. That's what I remembered about this. I said, oh, this is just white people's Raid Redemption. Okay, cool. But look, going back and rewatching this movie now and rewatching it after the Sylvester Stallone Dredd movie, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie watching it a second time around. But I think whether people like or hate this movie or what they think about this movie is going to be based on whether or like what you know about Judge Dredd going into it and how much you accept or reject the premise of what it's supposed to be going into it.
Okay.
And I can see, because I remember the first time watching it, like the stylized action with like the blood and the slow motion effects and stuff. I remember thinking that shit was hella cheesy when I saw that shit in 2012. Watching that shit again now, I'm like,
Monty. She screams as she wraps her beautiful white legs around me. But these are memories of the past because she had to get a tan.
No. I'm not doing it.
I can't wait.
I'm not doing it.
I can't wait to hear Monty read that.
I'm not doing it.
In a second. Lena Headley, Cersei Lannister, I thought did a good job. I forgot that Wood Harris was in the movie. He was just kind of disposable. Carl Urban does a really good Judge Dredd because he found a way to convey emotion, while wearing a mask. And as somebody who has to convey emotion wearing a mask, I understand the challenge that you have to do, brother. So I give credit where credit is due. Okay. And there's some really good action scenes in this movie.
There are.
So yeah, I give this movie it's somewhere between like a B minus for me. Like, and I'm leaning towards a B, but I gotta see where some of my other grades fall just to make sure. But I'll say this, even though I enjoyed this movie more watching it this time, I still did not love this movie. And I'm not saying it is a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's one, but it's much better, like, just as a film for what the pieces are and what it is. I think they did a good job with it. Monty, what'd you think of Dredd?
Dredd is like, I I went in. This is much better than Judge Dredd. Much better than Judge Dredd. I enjoyed this more. I had fun watching it. It was, and I agree with a lot of the stuff you said about it. I had fun going in. I didn't know what I was expecting. I saw no trailers. I've never read a Judge Dredd comic book, so I'm not attached to anything about this character. So I did enjoy that we never saw his face. I found that to be fun. That was interesting. That was a good call, good take. And I loved how over the top they went with a lot of the action. I thought that was really well done. My problem was there were moments where it felt like this movie took itself a little too seriously. That took me out of it at times because it's this over the top stuff, but at the same time it's taking itself too seriously. So I had trouble with that. And I ended up falling on C+ with it. That's the grade I ended up with Judge Dredd. I didn't hate it.
Okay.
I didn't love it. But I would watch it again. So
okay.
Yeah. But and I think I said this on the phone with you, that if I can't think of a time where I go, you know what I want to watch? Dredd. That's never going to happen with me. But if I walk by a TV and Dredd is on, I might sit down and finish my snack and watch a little bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah, look, after watching it, like the way you felt about it, like, it's probably how I felt about it the first time I saw it 8 years ago. Watching this shit again, like, with a different set of eyes and a lack of expectation, I was like, oh, yeah, this is, like, like, the movie is actually, like, for it to have so little going on, I thought it worked. Like, it was like you locked Judge Dredd in a building and was like, hey, you guys try to kill him and he's got to go up. It was like playing a dope ass video game, and I couldn't let Monty let me play the game. He would not relinquish the controller. That's what it was. It was like it was a simple plot, you know. And what I liked about Lena Headey's character, Mama, was it was almost like she wanted to die. Like, she's like, yeah, like, if somebody's big enough and bold enough to kill me, I bring it. Okay, if you can do it, I'm with it.
All right, yeah, I did get that from
you know, and it was like, and I thought that shit was dope, man. Yeah, so that's let's see. Someone says, nah, this movie was just them trying to make up for how to not dread Stallone was, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I enjoyed this. John Weiss says A- as an action movie, and as a Dredd adaptation. I thought it was pretty great. They made a lot of smart choices to make the world and story tight and believable. Yeah. And then again, keeping in mind, now that I know that there was a lot of drama that happened behind the scenes, it makes me curious about what the movie was going to be before they ran into all the issues. I also want to read this other one from Whispers from the Dark One. She said, I'm a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. I am not a Nazi, nor am I a racist. Is it okay that I love Monty and Hannibal?
Yes, love Monty and Hannibal. That's what we're here for.
I'd like to point out it's supposed to be Hannibal and Monty, but she very strategically and correctly put Monty first.
That's not
Monty, we got a Streamlabs you need to read before we move on to the next segment. To our lovely producer Zoe, could you cue up the music for your father, please? Thank you very much.
Fuck y'all. Who is this from? It's from Mr. Tight. Mr. Tight, fuck you.
I stole $3,000.
Oh, you got another one, Monty.
Y'all are... What? Alright, let's go with Mr. Tights. Monty, she screamed as she wrapped her beautiful white legs around me. But those memories are past because she had to get a tan.
It's good, it's true, and it's relatable. Go ahead. What's the next one, Monty?
The next one's from E.M. Dubois. I haven't read it all, but look, kid, preemptively, E.M. Dubois. That's for you. Wait. Fucking chata, bitch. Monty whispered behind Ula as he yanked her leash, pulling her green mesh-covered backside to his growing saber while rubbing her leku with his free hand. Show me green holes. Wait. Show me green holes are better than white ones. Come on! Come on! Stop! I had to catch up with it. This Streamlabs thing spaces words in weird ways. Sorry. But I'm not reading it again. There you go. You got it.
Listen. I'm just saying, like, Ian Dubois is a writer, and I can see it.
Oh, that's
I'm
all
just saying. I'm trying to let y'all know we could do it.
Yeah, and go check out Ian Dubois' channel. He does a thing where you build a story with him. It's pretty fun to watch. So go check him out.
Yeah, like we're doing right now.
Yeah, nothing like
the
this.
Stickman Rodica.
If you want to see this, go check out Ian Dubois' channel. He's doing it, and you get to participate with him. Go have fun with him. Turn that music off. What are we doing? Why is that still going?
You know why it's still going, Monty? Because the job isn't finished, baby. You still got some work to do. Yes.
It's no fun.
Yes. I've never seen Monty blush before, guys. I just want y'all to know this is pretty intense.
Where the fuck are we with the show? We just did Dredd.
You tell me, Monty. You tell me where we at.
$3,000.
I am making love to a beautiful white woman. I'm about to come. Why can't I stop thinking of Hannibal?
See, that wasn't for me to read. That's not one of those.
But I'm gonna read. He says, "I'm making love to a beautiful white woman. I'm about to come. Why am I thinking about Hannibal?" Look, because first off, I'm handsome. So let's start there. All right, you know, there's not like I'm a very attractive guy, and like y'all can't see it. I've been doing me and Ace Wonder are doing a no shave challenge for the coronavirus. So my facial hair is luxurious right now. Like this shit is like. It's insane right now. Like I put some coconut oil in this shit. I look like Mufasa from The Lion King. It's amazing. So,
all right.
Then y'all know.
All right. Well, let's hit the next segment. I got some important shit that I want to talk about. So let's get into some important shit. Here we go.
FlyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit.
Yes, it's time for important shit. So,
you know, I feel like you ought to read all the Streamlabs again with that jacket on, because that jacket is intense, man.
Can you mute Hannibal, Zoe?
No. That's good. Let's go ahead and let's get to it.
I am not rereading those Streamlabs unless somebody drops another $157.
Why $157?
Because then I will know the intent of the donation.
Jeez,
it's a specific amount, and it's enough that gets us towards a computer. So I'll dance for that.
Okay, all right. So what we got for Monty's important shit today?
Yeah, so we're about to move away from Dredd and start talking about the Kingsman movies. And one of the important things in the Kingsman series is being a gentleman, which is why I'm glad I'm wearing my jacket, like, you know, a gentleman should. You know, I look good, right? You like the look? So I went and checked out the Gentleman's Guide, like the rules that they follow. And I'm going to read 4 different rules for what a gentleman's supposed to do. One of them is not one of the rules. I just added it in there. So it's up to you guys to figure out which one.
All right.
Yeah. So if you're ready for this, we can get into it. And then you will have 30 seconds to guess the fake one. And the fake one you'll get let's see, what how many plunger points do you think, Hannibal?
57.
57 plunger points. All right. Fair enough. All right. Number 1. A gentleman never tells about conquests, private matters, or dealings. His business is nobody else's. That's rule. That's the first rule I'm telling you about.
Okay, that sounds gentlemanly. That sounds like that could be a potential rule. Okay, what else? These are the Kingsman rules for gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
And one of these you made up. Okay.
One of these.
All right, read the first one again.
A gentleman never tells about conquests, private matters, or dealings. His business is nobody else's. Okay. So there you go. And rule number 2. A gentleman is not responsible for the stupidity of other people. He is only responsible for his own actions.
That doesn't sound very gentlemanly, Monty. It sounds like a lie. It sounds like a filthy Monty lie there.
Maybe. We'll see. Number 3. A gentleman is always on target with witty remarks, interesting facts, and conversation starters to bring the best out of everyone.
That doesn't sound gentlemanly. It sounds very Hannibal-y, though. So, if you wanted to just base certain of these rules on me, so maybe that's the lie. Because Hannibal has never been accused of being a gentleman. So.
Okay. All right. A gentleman never reacts to rudeness. He pretends he doesn't recognize it and moves on. So those are the 4.
Oh, shit. One of those is fake?
Yeah, one of those is fake.
Fuck me. Okay. Zoe, start the music and see if you guys can figure it out. 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock.
See, y'all don't know which one is fake. 1 through 4. Which one's not real?
Read them one more time.
All right. I'm gonna read through them one more time. I don't see any numbers coming in.
Oh, there's plenty of numbers coming.
Oh, I lost it. There we go. Number 1. A gentleman never tells about conquests, private matters, or dealings. His business is no one else's. Number 2 is a gentleman is not responsible for the stupidity of other people. He is only responsible for his own actions. Number 3, a gentleman is always on target with witty remarks, interesting facts, and conversation starters that bring the best out of everyone. And number 4, a gentleman never reacts to rudeness. He pretends he doesn't recognize it and moves on.
I have no idea because 2 of them sound real, but 2 of them sound okay. I have no clue whatsoever. And we need to stop at we'll stop at Luna.
All right, we'll stop at Luna. All right. Well, I will tell you I'll tell you the real ones first.
Okay.
And I'll start right here with this one. I'll start the first one that I'll tell you is real. Is a gentleman never reacts to rudeness. He pretends he doesn't recognize it and moves on. That is actually one of the rules from Kingsman.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And another real one. A gentleman is always on target with witty remarks, interesting facts, and conversation starters that bring the best out of everyone. That
really?
Was real.
So I'm a gentleman on some capacity. All right.
See?
Check that out.
There you go. Now it's down to 2. If anybody picked 1 or 2, you might be right. So the real one is number 1. A gentleman never tells about conquests or private matters or dealings. His business is nobody else's.
Okay, so the fake one was which one?
The fake one is actually one of the Ferengi rules of acquisition. But I replaced Ferengi with gentleman. And it's a Ferengi is not responsible for the stupidity of other Ferengi.
Oh yes. Oh yes, that's a master class on that bullshit right there. Okay. Good job, Monty.
See?
Good job.
See, there you
All
go.
right. Which rule was that? Which number
That was
was
number
that?
2. That was number 2.
Number 2? All
Yes.
right. So how many people said guess number 2? Let's see.
Yeah.
Bob Neiman says, a gentleman better give me them cheeks. That's all he wants you to know. Let's see. Hold up. See, it's funny. Luna changed it to 4, but she initially had 2. Damn, Luna, you had it.
See?
John Weiss got it right. Hypothesis got it right. I think that's it.
Oh, wow. All right.
John Weiss and Hypothesis. Is that it?
Yeah. Y'all got by the rules of acquisition?
And Nick L.
All right.
So, yeah, just 3 people. That's it.
Damn. All right.
Dang. Good. Okay. You know what? Good. That's a high level lie. A lie right there, Monty.
See, there you go. And with that being said, let's just go right into talking about Kingsman. What'd you think of this? Or I guess it's for me to go first on this one, right?
Yeah, you go first on this one.
Yeah. So, Kingsman, the first Kingsman Secret Service. I fucking love this movie. This movie was fun. The first time I saw it was actually the first time I ever went to France on the plane. I was like, let's see what this Kingsman shit is all about. I'd seen trailers and I had avoided seeing it. I knew nothing.
I stole $3,000.
We'll get to that.
Make him squirm 5H1T heads.
There we go. But wait, who said that? Who said that?
That was from Fabarino with the big dono. Fabarino just letting it fly right now. And he was like, yeah, make him squirm, fellow shitheads. So look, we're there. We look, Monty, we got the money. So
did we hit what did we hit? No, we're at 690. We're not there yet. Wait.
Well, we gotta get to 700 though.
Yeah, we're not there.
We're $9.67 away, Monty.
Stop.
From having to go.
STAWP. Stop.
But in addition to getting the piece of music that Monty and I are going to be doing, that Fabarino is going to have us work on. In addition to that, now you guys are also going to get this audio book of Monty reading this erotica right now. So keep them coming.
Y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, keep them coming. 967, and make it sexy too. Make it, keep it going so Monty can just keep reading this great. But go ahead, Monty. What were you saying about Monty? What were you saying? What were you saying about Judge Dredd, Monty?
No, Kingsman Secret Service.
I'm sorry, Kingsman Secret Service. The first time you saw it, you were going to France.
Yeah. I was on the plane to France, and I'm like, fun Monty fact. Monty fact number 698. Monty hates flying. Monty has anxiety attacks on airplanes. Legit anxiety attacks. So Monty drinks heavily while flying. And that tends to help. Like, the minute I get on a plane, give me the booze. And it's the only situation where I do that. But, yeah. So I'm on the plane. I'm still dealing with my shit. And I'm like, all right, let's find a movie. Kingsman. Let's see what this is all about. I enjoyed the shit out of this movie. Mm-hmm. But I was clouded by anxiety and plane. So doing this episode, I was like, let's go back and rewatch it. Now I can rewatch it fresh where I'm in my calm space. Even though we're dealing with a fucking pandemic. Anyway. But watching it while dealing with a fucking pandemic. This pandemic sucks.
Yes, it does.
I realize I do still love this movie. This movie is really fucking good. Super well done movie. Super unexpected. It takes turn after turn after turn. It makes sense the entire way along to me. I enjoyed the shit out of Kingsman Secret Service. It takes you on a fun ride from beginning to end. It's a spy movie that at no point takes itself seriously. This movie starts ridiculous, gets more ridiculous, and ends on an even more ridiculous tone. Based on what they establish as soon as the fucking movie starts. This movie to me gets a solid B+. B+, easy.
Okay. I didn't know where you were going with that, Monty. I actually thought you were going to go higher than that.
No,
okay.
No, it's not an A+ movie. This is a solid B+. I loved it. Like, if I were grading it favorite movies, it might be in that A+ territory. But compared to everything else, this is a B+. This movie is entertaining. It falls into a specific genre, specific type of movie. This movie gets graded up against movies like The Mask. It falls into that style of storytelling.
Yeah. No, look, just to piggyback off of Monty, I agree. I saw this movie in theaters. I saw this movie because it was written and directed by Matthew Vaughn. Matthew Vaughn is quickly becoming one of my favorite directors and screenwriters in Hollywood. He wrote X-Men First Class. He also did what else did he do? He did the Kingsman. He's a dope ass director. And when I saw this movie, I didn't know what I was in for, and when I saw it, I was just like, this shit is incredible. It has some of the best fight scenes and action sequences that I've seen in quite a long time. It's almost a parody of James Bond movies, but it found a way to be a parody and a real movie at the same time. And it does an excellent job of balancing both of those things. It has a lot of fantastic actors. You got Colin Firth, who plays I can't think of his name right now, but you got Colin Firth, you got Michael Caine is in the movie, you got Mark Strong in the movie, and Samuel fucking L. Jackson, you know, who played
with a lisp.
Samuel L. Jackson with a lisp. A supervillain and Mark Hamill is in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's loaded with all of these people that just work in just a very they fit together in a way where they shouldn't fit together, and they do. And a lot of these actors have like these tiny parts. It was awesome. Matthew Vaughn also did the first Kick-Ass movie. Yeah, he also did Kick-Ass. Yeah, he's just a dope ass director. God damn it, this movie has got some great action sequences. Like, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is in the beginning, where it's like they got all of the people training to be the next Kingsman. They got all of these kid recruits, and they're like, all right, so they was like, yeah, we're gonna have you guys fill out these body bags, so it's like, if you die, then, we can send these off to your parents. And it's like, oh, they're just doing that to scare us. And then the next thing they do is fill the room up with water while they're sleeping. And all the kids have to figure out how to get out. And they see that one of the kids drowned because he couldn't figure out how to breathe, how to fashion a device to breathe underwater. And he was like, yeah, y'all thought this shit was a joke. We dead ass serious with you guys. That fucking skydiving scene. The skydiving scene where it was just like, hey, so 6 of your guys jumped out of a plane and there's only 5 parachutes. You guys got to figure it out while completing your mission. Like, that shit is, I was watching that shit. It's a movie. My hands are sweating while I'm watching the shit, right? That shit is incredible. And the church fight scene is one of the best action sequences I've ever seen in any movie, comic book or otherwise. And like, as far as comic books go, this might be one of the 10 best action sequences to come out of a comic book scene ever. Like, that shit is incredible. This is like, that shit is incredible. Like, that shit is it's up there with some of the best ones. That's like the Quicksilver slow motion scene in X-Men Days of Future Past. This is the ending fight scene at Avengers Endgame. It's a great fucking scene, and they shot most of it in like it'll be like one long cut shot, and then like one single track shot, and then they'll cut to like another long single cut. It's a great fucking scene. If you've never seen this movie, you should definitely check it out. And I'm torn between like the B+ A- range, and I'm still torn about where I land with it, because I don't know if this movie is really, really good, or if it's almost perfect. And I'm torn there. So I'm gonna look at some of my other grades and kind of see where I think it fits in the pantheon of movies. But this is the Kingsman Secret Service is a great fucking movie. I give credit where credit is due. I think this shit was fantastic.
All right. Well, there we go. That's fucking perfect. I guess we can move on to the next one, but to set up the next one, wait, before we do, let me make sure. What is that? I thought I heard a Streamlabs come in. I don't want to miss anything. Let's see. Before we get that.
Oh, look at E. Green. He says, I appreciated the dude that hated on Harry in school, then was in part 2. Look at E. Green watching the content. Monty, E. Green never watches shit like that. If it don't got black people in it, it's hard, or it ain't about niggas selling drugs. E. Green won't even watch that shit. Drop one of clues bombs for E. Green for taking a step into our world.
Yes.
Give E. Green plunger points. Check in with us. I appreciate that.
There you go. All right. Fuck. See, I shouldn't have even checked. It's another one of these fucking messages. Yeah. Fucking do it, Zoe. It's from E.M. Dubois.
Yes, drop one of the cruise bombs for E.M. Dubois. All right, let me shut up. Let me get ready. Should I set my mood lighting real fast?
No.
Should I light some candle?
Hannibal, you just sit the fuck there.
Okay, I got you.
All right. And make those holes good, girl, Monty continued, giving that leash a jerk to the left and popping out one of the woman's breasts. Or you'll meet my rancor. I call him the beat animal. He growled into the sound-sensitive cone aside her head. There you go. All right. There you go. That's enough. On to the next thing. Yeah. You know what?
I thought that one was dope. He says I pulled out my. I said he says giving that leash a jerk to the left, popping out so you can meet my rancor. I called him the beat animal. I said, man, that's just good writing right there.
No. Look, I enjoy your writing, E.M. Dubois. This is trash. This is trash.
This is amazing. Okay, Monty, just like Ryan Palmer last week on Wednesday when he had to review the Weekend album. Okay, you got somebody who doesn't listen to R&B, grading R&B. Monty does not appreciate quality erotica.
You know what?
I want to give 100 plunger points to whatever shithead can come up with the best name for Monty erotica. So we can figure out what to call that.
Let's not do that.
We should totally do that.
You know what sounds?
And you gotta look hashtag whatever it's called, okay? So I can know what it is, so we can save that going forward.
Fuck all of y'all. You know what's crazier than that?
What's crazier than that?
This motherfucker, and check this shit out.
Okay.
Here you go.
Let's check this shit out.
Look at this.
This is the dumbest shit in the world, people.
Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show presents.
Check that shit out.
What is that?
I didn't know they made them like that.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing.
Remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga. It's nothing. It's nothing, nigga. Nigga, it's nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here, this shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
Check this shit out.
Name is Pimp the Chronic Gunner like, nigga.
If you've watched any of the Kingsmen, you've seen something, probably didn't catch on what was going on. So let's take a quick look.
I'll have the Big Mac, please.
Remember, this is the first Kingsman. So they're just introducing something, right? It's not until you see the second movie that you kind of start putting a piece together. So what do we see? We see them, the elite, offering McDonald's. Now, you're saying, what does that mean? Who cares? Yeah, it means nothing by itself. But when you see Kingsman 2 and how they tie McDonald's, we're talking about hamburgers, right? And human consumption of said McDonald's, then we start seeing the full picture. This is exactly
See?
what they're showing us, that they feed us.
All right, stop it. See? There you go. There you go. What do you think? Crazy? Bring us back. Bring us back.
Do I think that McDonald's is people?
Yeah.
Is that they're feeding us people?
Yeah, that's where he's going. Yeah. You believe it? We learned it from Kingsman. That's what that guy was trying to tell us.
So because the first Kingsman movie, we see him eating McDonald's, and in the second Kingsman, we see him eating a burger.
Yeah, a burger made of a person. Uh-huh. You're not buying it?
No, not at all. Oh. Like, listen, tell Reed Richards, okay, that's a stretch, right? It's a stretch. That's just not. It's just like, so because they ate a burger in the first movie and then they ate burgers in the second movie, that means that, okay, well, these motherfuckers is eating humans?
Yeah. Like I believed it. Like I stopped going to McDonald's.
Well, what if they ate pizza in the first movie?
I mean, well, I don't know. You'd have to show it to me, I guess. But like I'm telling you, Hannibal, I stopped eating McDonald's. I mean, granted, I stopped way before I saw Kingsman or this video.
Man, if you don't shut up and read some more erotica, I'm not even trying to hear what you're talking about right now.
And I didn't stop because I thought there were people in the meat. I just stopped because there's better food out there.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yo.
Yeah.
And I'm not reading any more erotica.
Full Monty story.
I will pick my nose again on stream, E.M. Dubois. I see you trying to call me out, trying to check me. Because I didn't like that one piece of your writing. I see you.
Lascivious Legends. Okay. Monty Roddick. Oh, that's it right there. I think John Rice nailed it. Monty Roddick. Hashtag pumpkin spice. Hashtag 50 Shades of White.
You know what?
Listen, I like that one. Ooh, okay, either Monty Roddick or 50 Shades of White.
You know what? You're gonna have to call. And look, you got to use your own money. You can't use the show. You got to call whoever you call to design that fucking shirt for you to make a logo for this shit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. Look, cool. We made enough money today where I could almost pay them. So there we go. That's how much that pumpkin spice panty dropper shirt cost. It was the best $300 I ever spent of the show money. So look, we got to get to the next movie, which is the Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. Monty. Okay. Now, neither one of us had seen this movie prior to doing this. So look, I know I'm supposed to go first, but I need to go second because I'm going first for the next movie.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take this one. I started this movie and I have to tell you how I started it. Like, I finished watching Kingsman 1. The next day I wake up and I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. I gotta do my daily sketch card. I'm gonna put this fucking Kingsman movie on while I work on a sketch card and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
This movie finished and I hadn't finished my sketch card.
That's how much you enjoyed it.
Yes, from the very opening scene. This movie starts. Do you see what's playing right here? This is the very beginning of the movie. It starts with the logo panning out right now. And it pans out to the fucking shop. Eggsy walks out. and dude from the first movie that we thought was dead shows up. They start fighting and a car chase happens. The movie's going now. That's how the Golden Circle starts. And the movie keeps going. I didn't find a moment where it stopped. And for me, it continued the energy of Secret Service, but took it further. Even bringing back the fucking princess that said, if you save the world, I'll fuck you.
Yeah.
They even brought her back. It was surprising, and they didn't, without spending too much time on it, sort of develop that relationship a bit. It never got heavy with him, with the woman. Like it became an issue at one point because he had to fuck somebody to complete a mission. How the fuck does he do that? Like, and they even brought back church fight guy, the original Galahad.
Colin Firth. Yeah, Galahad. Yeah.
I enjoyed the shit out of this movie. I enjoyed this movie more than the first one, and I actually think it is a better movie. The first one was good. I think this movie was great, and I was talking to Hannibal on the phone, and he said a bunch of people were hating on this movie, saying it was trash. This movie is nowhere near trash. This is a damn good movie. This movie, just like the first Kingsman, falls into that genre of over the top, doesn't take itself seriously. This is obviously a fake world. Sit down, strap in, and have fun. The villain is fucking great. She's insane, which is insane in a different way from Sam Jackson's character. While they took cues from the first movie, they didn't exactly try to remake the movie. She was a totally different character with different hang-ups, different style of going about things, and they just continued on the path that the first one left off. I give this movie A-, easy.
Okay, interesting. All right, A- from Monty.
Yeah, easy.
All right. So yeah, look, when this movie came out, a lot of people I knew that saw the movie, whose opinions and tastes I trust and respect, were all like, yeah, this movie isn't so good. And I understand now why seeing it, why they felt that way. Because the first Kingsman is such a great movie that they felt like this movie lost a little bit of something.
I stole $3,000.
And part of why... Oh, wait a minute. All right, Kilo, all right, I don't know what you sent, but I'll check it out in a second. So, this movie creates a universe that is a parody of the old James Bond movies. And it does it in a very efficient way. Look, let me start off with the things that I love about this movie. The action scenes are fantastic, and I love the motivation of Julianne Moore as the villain, the drug dealer who's like, look, I'm the richest motherfucker on the goddamn planet, and nobody knows that shit. All drugs should be legal, and she holds the world hostage. And I love that the American president is like, man, look, fuck that. We'll tell her that we're gonna meet her demands, but we secretly gonna let all these junkies die. I think that element is a fantastic device. I like the idea that they have the Kingsman in Europe, they have the Statesman in America. I think that's a great context. I love that I didn't know that Channing Tatum or Halle Berry was in this movie. Yes. And then I saw the movie and I was like, oh shit, this is a pleasant surprise. And Halle Berry's not even trashing this.
Yeah.
You know, because she's trashing so much, just so much. But in this one, she wasn't. So, you know, I give credit where credit is due. That being said, I didn't like this movie as much as I enjoyed the first one.
All right.
I think all the action scenes are incredible. So let's just start there. Yeah. But, like, the big things that bother me are, like, the kid from the first movie that was a part of the training, but then flunked out the Kingsman trail and training, and then that kid being still alive and just like, ha, I'm alive and I work for these bad guys for some reason. It was like that shit, you know, them bringing Colin Firth's character back to life. You know, it's just that stuff right there, like in like the robot dogs, the Elton John, and I have mixed feelings about the Elton John scenes because there's a part of me that loves those scenes and there's a part of me that kind of hates those scenes too. Look, I enjoyed this movie, and I don't want to say anything else about it because this is a good movie. And I'm torn between a B and a B minus. I'm leaning towards a B. I'm leaning towards a solid B. Okay. Because I think the parts that are good are great, and I think the parts that aren't good don't weigh it down as much.
Yes.
But yeah, no. If I had to sell somebody on the Kingsman franchise, you show them the second. You show them the first one, not the second. The first one is the one that.
See, for me, if I had seen the second one first, like the Elton John scenes for me specifically, that was the shit that genuinely made me laugh. His reactions to his situations. Like, just so y'all know, the villain has imprisoned Elton John, and he is her personal jukebox.
Yes.
And he fucking hates it, and he knows she won't kill him. So he talks crazy shit to her, but he will play because she will hurt him.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like, they'll do shit. Like, she uses him in her commercial, and he's just a dick. He's like, fuck you, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah. And look, as a random sidebar, the guy who played him, the guy who plays Eggsy in this movie, Taron Egerton. I hope I'm saying his name right.
I know what you're about to say, yes.
Yeah, he's the guy who plays Elton John in the Rocket Man movie.
That's why he looked familiar. Holy shit.
Yeah. And the whole time I was watching the movie, I was like, I never even put those two together. That they were fucking all right. That's cool. That worked out fine. I also didn't like the robot dogs. I thought it was kind of cheesy. But I'm not taking away from the robot dogs because I get that it's supposed to be a parody of those type of movies.
Yeah.
Of those type of James Bond movies. So I get what they were trying to do and how they were trying to do it. I think the second Kingsman is just not as good as the first one.
All right. I disagree.
I get why people, but it's not a bad movie.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you. I disagree, but I see where you're coming from.
I'm on the B minus side, but I'm probably leaning more towards giving this movie a B.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably because it's like I said, it's both of these movies are very good movies.
Yeah.
They're both very, very. This is a good franchise to watch, and I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with the third movie. At the end of the movie, we see Channing Tatum going over to England. Jeff Bridges is in the movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Let's see. John Weiss says solid B, expectation was high, and it didn't live up to it, but it's still a lot of fun. Thank you. And I think John Weiss, I think that's how most people felt about it. I didn't go into the second Kingsman with any expectation. Like, even though I watched the first Kingsman, and when I rewatched it, I was like, man, this movie is fucking great. And then I watched the second Kingsman thinking that, like, everybody who shitted on the movie was going to be wrong. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, I see why y'all didn't like this. But this movie isn't as bad as they try to make it out to be. And I don't let other people's expectation ruin movies for me.
Yeah. See, and I went into it knowing I knew nothing about I had no idea what to expect. I was like, let's just put this movie on and see what happens next. And for me, it was a wild ride. No one said shit to me. I just enjoyed, like, oh, all right, there he is walking back out of the tailor shop. Boom, fight, car chase. What the fuck? What are we doing?
Yeah. No, I get it. As soon as the movie started and it was like, hey, you remember me? I was the dick to you when you were like, when we were training, when we were kids. Well, guess what? I'm alive somehow still. And it was kind of like, oh, you're still alive? Okay, cool. And this is a great segue into my What's Eating Hannibal right now, because that trope, that cliche, that plot device is something that infuriates me when I watch movies, because it feels very cheesy and forced, and it feels like writers get lazy when they do that shit. So our lovely producer Zoe, play my theme music so we can do this What's Eating Hannibal right now. Let's get this out.
Imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah, that's it. OG, original gangster, original gangster. Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers
travelers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA. They shit on Chicago. They shit on Miami. They shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians. They hate the South. They hate the rain. They hate the snow. They hate murder. They hate crime. They hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning. They hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons. Blithering idiots. Humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, what's eating Hannibal? So look, I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm not even gonna, beat around the bush on this one because, I watch a lot of movies, I watch a lot of TV shows, and the next movie we need to talk about is Bloodshot, and this is a perfect way to roll into it. The writers and screenwriters in Hollywood have a unique struggle in creating a great story. They have to write something original and captivating that translates emotion, character depth, and story arcs. Right? But sometimes a writer just gets fucking lazy and then they start using plot devices to move stories along. Some familiar and overused plot devices are the "it was all a dream" plot sequence, right? We've seen that a bunch of times. Or it's the "it was really my evil twin all along" plot device, right? Which is garbage. Or there's the amnesia plot device. Or, and in the case of the Kingsman movies, the villain isn't really dead cliche, or the hero isn't really dead cliche. There's also ones like the "I'm white and I gotta go see what made that noise" cliche, or the "I'm the wise old black person that has wisdom because I'm old and black" cliche, right? So there's a lot of little tropes that they use in movies that these writers will tend to use. And when used the right way, plot devices are amazing tools. But for a lot of lazy ass writers, these plot devices are an easy way of fixing plot holes and covering up trash ass writing and garbage ass scripts. In the genre of science fiction, you will see a lot of plot devices I just talked about used. But there's one plot device that has been bailing writers out of sticky situations more than anything else in the genre of sci-fi. And that is nanites and nanotechnology. Okay? In science fiction movies, it means tiny little microscopic robots that can do whatever the screenwriter needs them to do. Okay? In Star Trek, the Borg use nanites to assimilate entire planets and species into their collective. In one episode of Voyager, Harry Kim gets infected with a virus, and then they use nanites to cure his disease. Then a few scenes later, they use those same nanites to create bombs to destroy a bunch of ships. So this shit can cure diseases and it can blow shit up? Well, goddamn, that is hella convenient. Fucking in Doctor Who, there's an episode where a metal cylinder full of nanites falls from space and lands over London, and the nanites transform every human they come in contact with into gas mask wearing zombies. You remember that episode, Monty?
Yes, I do remember that episode. Yes.
Yeah, "Are you my mommy?" Right? You
Yes.
remember that shit? Remember that creepy ass bullshit?
Yep.
How did the Doctor solve this catastrophic event from destroying civilization? By getting a mom to hug her nanite-infected son, and apparently the nanites recognize the power of love, and it saved the day. Well, goddamn,
Like nanites do.
That was convenient, right? And this is just the tip of the iceberg. In the Stargate series, the central villains are called replicators that are basically evil nanites. In the movie I, Robot, nanites are used to wipe out artificial intelligence. In 2003's Agent Cody Banks, a scientist creates nanites to help him clean up oil spills. In the television show Red Dwarf, nanites can also change into anything else. The nanites get bored of their duties and then they just take over the Red Dwarf ship. So you mean to tell me nanites can be evil sometimes, they can wipe out all forms of AI, they can clean up oil spills sometimes, and they can take over ships sometimes? Well, goddamn, that's convenient. Okay? And if this isn't even it. Like, they use nanites in the G.I. Joe movie, the Cowboy Bebop movie, the Ghost in the Shell movie, the Terminator movies, the Day After Tomorrow, Black Panther, Avengers, Spider-Man. Look, I'm running out of fingers to talk about all the goddamn movies where nanites solve everything or destroy everything at the end of the movie. Nanites are a lazy writer's wet dream. Whatever you need them to do, they can do that shit. Well, goddamn, that is convenient. Okay? and in the dumbass movie that we about to talk about, Bloodshot, Vin Diesel's character, spoiler alert, dies and is brought back to life, dun dun dun, with fucking nanites. Okay? These nanites give this nigga superpowers, regenerative healing, the ability to search the internet with no router or modem, and it makes his eyes and chest shine red sometimes. Well, goddamn, that's inconvenient. Stop using nanites as a plot device, you lazy trash-ass science fiction writers. That's what's eating Hannibal. Let's talk about this bullshit Bloodshot movie.
All right, well, tell us what you thought about the movie. Anything else? Aside from the nanites.
Let's talk about Bloodshot. Now, if you haven't seen Bloodshot, guys, the movie came out last month in theaters, right before the coronavirus hit, and right before it hit everywhere, and it was to the point where they had to start shutting down the vast majority of, Earth.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh,
we need some nanites to kill the coronavirus. Shit! Nanites! Coronavirus cure. I figured it out. Trump, you're wrong. Like, eat some nanites. I'm sorry. Continue, Hannibal.
I want to be mad at you. I do. I don't know if I can be. It's hard to. You can't be mad at Monty. Nobody gets mad at fucking Monty. It's just so. Look, this movie, Bloodshot. All right, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. All right. First off, I did not enjoy this movie. Okay, I did not enjoy the experience of watching this movie. However, I will say this: this is not a bad movie. This is a mediocre movie. This movie is the epitome of average as fuck. Okay?
Yeah.
And a lot of times in our culture, especially when it's nerds talking about shit, right? No, not just nerds. This is everybody right now. We live in this culture where everything is either great or it's terrible. And there's no space for shit to be just okay. And this is a just okay movie. It's not great. It's not terrible. And one of the calling cards for mediocre movies is how forgettable these movies are. Monty.
Yeah.
You watched Bloodshot.
Sorry, I hit my button. There we go. I got it. Yes, I watched Bloodshot.
You watched Bloodshot.
Yes.
Now, before this movie came out, how much of the comic had you read? How much Bloodshot comics had you read before?
None. I had never read a Bloodshot comic, actually.
I'd like to ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
What was Vin Diesel's character's name?
Dead Army Guy?
Okay, all right. What was the name of the company that brought him back to life?
Nanoco?
Okay. What was his slogan or catchphrase in the movie?
What's a nanite? I don't know.
What was the name of the villain in the movie? What was the villain's name?
Oh, that's simple. Who are you? That's the first thing I heard him referred to as.
So,
who are you?
So here we go. So, and this is my point. When a movie is bad, okay, like, and I'll do you one better. In Catwoman, okay, what was the villain's superpower?
Makeup. Like it was basically like Clayface, right?
Yes. There you go, Monty. There you go. Took him a second, but there you go. And look, I did that for a reason. When a movie is bad, you remember it for being bad.
Yes.
But when a movie is mediocre, it's fucking forgettable. You watch it. This is one of those movies you watch. Years later, you end up in a situation where you end up watching it again, and about 20, 30 minutes into the movie, you're like, wait a minute. Have I seen this before? Yes, you have. And that movie is fucking Bloodshot.
Yep.
That's what it is. This movie is average as fuck. Like, there's nothing, like, and the movie starts off kind of promising when it starts off with the action sequence. Like, it starts off with Vin Diesel as an army guy. His name is Ray Garrison, by the way, Monty.
All right.
So
see, there you go.
the movie starts off with military specialist Ray Garrison, going to rescue a hostage, right? When he's got his gun and he's going in, he shoots people, and he's going crazy. And the cinematography of that shit looks great. Yeah. Right? And there's some really good-looking scenes in this movie. Specifically, the scene where he's fighting everybody in the tunnel. He wrecks the fucking the semi truck, and he's got all the flour everywhere, and he's killing everybody when he's first using his powers for the first time. That scene looks great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are some good-looking scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
But then it's combined with like the elevator scene at the end of the movie that looks just super CGI and trash.
Yeah.
And it's like, and this movie is a juggling act of that. And then when you get into the actual story itself, it's almost like these niggas is making this shit up as they go. It's almost like a Christopher Guest movie. Where it's like, hey, there's no real script. You guys just keep talking. Also, I don't know what's going on with Vin Diesel's throat, but he's at an age now when he's at his regular speaking voice, his voice is so low, you cannot hear anything he's saying.
Yeah, I spent so much time turning the volume up and down. I got a fucking 2-month-old here. Pay attention to your audio levels, filmmakers.
Yeah.
I can't be turning it up and down. I can't turn it up to hear your characters whisper at the dramatic scenes. And then an explosion happens while they're fucking whispering, fuck you.
Yeah.
You trying to wake this little nigga up?
Yeah, this movie is average as fuck. There's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna tell you guys that this movie is bad, that this movie is terrible, and it's not. It's just average as fuck. It is mediocre. It is unmemorable. Like, you watch it one time and then you forget about it. And for people that are fans of the dozens of people that are fans of Bloodshot, I know you guys might be slightly disappointed by this. And I think honestly, this is all Sony's fault. Like, Sony fucked this up.
And look, for those of you disappointed about it, look, I feel you. I went to the theater to see Spawn. It's all right. It's gonna be okay. Sure. If you're a Bloodshot fan,
yeah, same.
Don't worry.
I saw Spawn in the theater. I saw Spawn. I saw Steel. I saw Catwoman. I saw Batman and Robin. Okay.
Yep.
And for anybody to say, like, I've been through the shit. Okay. I have definitely been through it before. Yeah. So I've seen some crap. And I said all that to say this: this movie's not good, but it's not crap. It's mediocre. I give it like a CC minus tops.
All right. See, and I'm gonna leave with my grade. You fall, excuse me. You fall right where I do. Actually, I'm more set in my grade. I give it a C minus.
And you know what? I was on the fence too, and you saying it out loud made me reinforce it. So I'm also going C minus.
Yeah, I'm set on my grade. This is a C minus. It's not bad. It's not good. So it's right in the middle. Like, you can watch it. Like, it can be on. You can see it. Like, I won't turn Bloodshot off if I see it on. I'll be just like what Hannibal said. It'll be like, oh, what is this? This is interesting. Have I seen this before? Oh, I have seen this before.
And his catchphrase was, "I always come back home."
Yes, I always come back home. Dumb. But I just, this movie is not memorable. I like the idea they played with it. Like, I really do. And here's the sad part. I like the idea of this programmable assassin that you just replace the memory of the person he's trying to get revenge on. You got an instant killer that asks no questions. This dude's got to die. That's a great idea. They didn't execute it well. Like, well enough to be memorable. It was executed well enough to be this movie. But and the final fight scene was dumb. I don't understand what the fuck happened.
You know what was the dumbest part of the final fight scene? Also, shout out to my homie King Phillip in the chat. King Phillip is a fantastic motherfucking producer. You know, so if you need to get some music and you ain't getting it from me, y'all need to hit up King Phillip, because that dude's incredible. King Phillip said it was okay, not great by any measure. Yeah, it's not great by any measure at all. The final fight scene in the movie, the final fight scene at the end of the movie, there's the whole time Vin Diesel is fighting, there's like a power level. It's like a video game, and he's got a health meter, right? That's showing how much energy he has left. He gets down to 0%, and nothing happens. He don't die or nothing. He just keep on going. What's the point of the energy?
And look,
why is it there?
Here's the other problem. They didn't explain any of that shit. Like, at the end, he just hooks up with the chick that can't breathe, and they ride off, literally, into the sunset, because our token black character points out that we're riding off into the sunset.
Yep. Speaking of which, what'd you think of him? What's his name? Winston Wiggins? Wiggins. What'd you think of him as a character?
I think he was a little too over the top for this movie. And this brings me back to, if this exact same character were in any Kingsman movie, I probably would have loved him. In this world, in this movie, no. Because they start this movie off being this super serious, super grounded in reality thing. So grounded in reality that we use nanites. And we got this weird, eccentric, way over the top character. No, I don't believe it.
And then we were half like, this was like a super serious, like tense movie halfway through, and then we got this black guy cracking jokes halfway. Look, listen, we black, we can talk about this shit, all right? Yeah. And we get halfway into the goddamn movie, and then all of a sudden this nigga's telling jokes. What the fuck? Yeah. Why? Like, where? All of a sudden, where do we get this fucking comedic side piece in there? Where we get this comic relief from all of a sudden? Yeah. Why was he there? What was the? And I know why he was there. But why was he there? What did he bring to the story? Here's what's crazy. I watched a couple other people's reviews on the movie, and a lot of the people that watched the movie, he was the favorite part of the movie to them.
Really? No, he wasn't that good.
Would you like to guess the ethnicity of those reviewers?
Oh, they were white.
Of course they were.
Yeah, they were white.
That shit was super cringy.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even cringy because he wasn't funny.
Yeah. But, and like I said, if he were, like, Hannibal, take a journey in your mind. Take that character and just drop him in one of the Kingsman movies, wherever he would fit. Like, in any part of the movie, he fits in one of those movies. He is that style of character. I think he would have worked and been more entertaining.
I got you, because he would have made more sense in the context of that universe.
Yeah, because he's just crazy and off the wall and quirky.
Not just his role, but the way he played that role. Yeah. It would have made more sense in that Kingsman universe. It was like somebody took a character from Snatch or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and then dropped them in the middle of a Fast and the Furious film.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not even a Fast and the Furious film. It was like they dropped them in the middle of Pitch Black.
Yeah. Or in the middle of, like, no, not even that. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, what is the most serious action movie you can think of? Taken. Yeah, dropped in the middle of Taken.
Yes.
He doesn't work.
Yeah.
It
does.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Why is this here?
Yeah.
He would have gotten shot the minute he cracked the first joke. Oh, you think you're funny? Yeah. Boom.
Look, King Phillip. Look, see, I just shouted you out, and you gonna say this dumb shit? He said, "Hold up." He was kind of the best part of the movie to me too, though. LOL. I'm not LOLing with you, bro. I'm not doing it, King Phillip. You make great beats. King Phillip got a beat that he made out the Batman theme, out of the Tim Burton Batman, the Danny Elfman Batman theme. That was so dope. Young Jeezy bought and rapped on that beat. That motherfucker is incredible, right? So when I tell you, my nigga, you are wrong. You're like the guy who watched Star Wars and was like, I really don't like none of the movies, but that Jar Jar Binks character, he tight. Like, no, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not tight.
Ian Dubois is also in the chat talking shit. He said, I've heard from the chat that you hate black characters, Monty, so it must be true. Chat never lies, so please ignore Tina in my novels. You know what, Ian Dubois? You're listening to the wrong fucking people. That's all I'm saying. I love black characters.
Like, you know, and like I said, I watched the movie one time, so I'm grading this based off of the first time I'm watching it. But just the first impression of it, this is a very forgettable movie. John Weiss said something in the chat, and I wanted to get to it. I'm trying to see if I can find it. John Weiss said, where is it at? John Weiss. He said, C-. I don't know the comic, so this just came off as a Universal Soldier remake nobody asked for.
Yes. John Weiss. Yes. John Weiss, take your plunger points.
Yes, take your plunger points.
All right.
I got you. And I got you. One thing that bothered me about this movie, and I'm gonna say this, and this will be the last thing. I got like two points I want to make about it real fast.
And I think we have Streamlabs. I'm not sure. I gotta check.
Okay. One of the things that bothers me in this movie is Vin Diesel's character dies. They bring him back to life. They program him to go on these hits, right, where he goes through and then kills these different these different people, right? And every time he kills these people, he does it in the biggest, most reckless, spectacular fashion possible, right? Yeah. Like, we only see him kill 2 people, but when we first see Vin Diesel in the movie, we're told that they've done this to him multiple times. And every time he kills one of these, he follows through on one of these hits, he makes a big, spectacular disaster and destructive scene. How the fuck is he doing this and getting away with it when nobody catches this dude? All right? Like, they should have an APB out on him. Say, hey, there's this bald head, possibly black guy, muscular, only wears wife beaters, okay? Who sometimes glows red in the chest, okay? And the motherfucker is causing all kinds. Like, he's literally doing this shit in America, in Budapest, in France. Why? How the fuck has nobody caught this dude?
There you go, Hannibal. That is how you make this story with a Bloodshot movie. It starts with Bloodshot showing up and killing someone, and you see news reports of who is this guy with the glowing chest and eyes. And the hero that they're always talking about, stopping the bad guy, doesn't even know who the fuck he is because his memory got erased the night before. That's how you explore this story.
Yeah, that would have been how
That's the angle you play.
The bottom line is, like, if you want to keep giving, like Hollywood keeps giving Vin Diesel these roles where somebody hurts somebody in his family and then he gets mad and then has to go exact revenge, and go on a rampage to do that shit. It's like, oh, you fucked with his. They did it to him in the Fast and the Furious films. They did this shit to him in Pitch Black. They did this shit to him in this movie. They did this shit to him in I'm trying to think. I want to say Triple X, right? Like, every movie Vin Diesel is in, somebody kills or hurts somebody in his family, and he's got to go on a rampage to get revenge. So here's the thing: if y'all are gonna, and this is a Sony movie, so if you guys are gonna give Vin Diesel this role, then don't give him this role as Bloodshot. Give him the role that he deserves. Let him be Kratos, the god of war, a character that doesn't require a whole lot of dialogue, and all he does is exact revenge and destroy shit. Sony, you already own the rights to God of War, okay? Just give Vin Diesel the goddamn role. He doesn't have to do a lot of talking, you know what I'm saying? And he just gets to destroy shit. It'll be the biggest franchise you guys can make. And it'll be the first time a video game to film translation comes out that's actually worth a damn, okay? And you can make it a series. Make each movie 2.5, 3 hours long, okay? Cram as much destruction and CGI blood and gore that you can, inch for inch, into those movies. Vin Diesel doesn't even have to say a lot of shit, and take all the scripts and action directly from the video game, and you won. Yep. You fucking won. That's the movie y'all need to be doing. Don't try to make this Valiant extended universe, right? Because then the next movie they're trying to do is Faith, which is why do Faith and not the Archer and joint?
Yeah, Archer and Armstrong. So
yeah, just do that shit. So anyway, I'm done. I know that kind of ended up becoming a prolonged What's Eating Hannibal.
Yeah.
But I need to calm down right now. I need to settle my nerves. And I think the best way for me to settle my nerves would be for Monty to read the last of the Streamlabs donations we got.
Fuck you, because you know I won't quit because there's money that somebody paid us. Fuck you. I'm gonna read this.
To our lovely producer Zoe, could you cue the music for Monty, please? Yes.
Okay. And this fucker's empty.
I got you. That's okay. I'm gonna set the scene for you. For this, and this is chapter 7 in Monty Rodica.
Okay.
Take it away.
He retained a memory of her bare pink vulva. It was as though Father Christmas had popped up in their midst. He forced his way inside her, determined to accomplish what he had come for. Crystal moaned a little. Oh, pumpkin spice. All right, cut it.
Yes. Is that it? Is that all of them?
That's it. That's where it ended.
I need to know how the story ends.
No, we don't.
I need to know. I need to know how the story ends.
No, we don't. You know what, Hannibal? You know what?
This was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween in Collard Green.